Good wrestling Q&A. I'm here at Red Lion, the Leo Fire Hall tonight. It's a tribute for Reggie Rivers, Prodigy PTV. I have a wrestler next to me, Steve Diaz, who worked with Prodigy. I want to talk to him about some of his memories of Prodigy. So, how long have you known Reggie?
I've known him for about as long as I've been a professional wrestler. It's been about 10, 11 years. When I first started wrestling professionally, he was one of the constants. He's always been around.
So what stood out to you about Reggie when you saw him wrestle?
He was just so intimidating, he had such a presence. He loved doing what he did. You can tell that he loved it. He gave 100%, and you knew that what he was doing, you knew that he meant it.
So what was your favorite match that Reggie worked, or have you ever worked with him?
I did. I was lucky enough to work with Prodigy at the King of Maryland tournament. I actually wrestled twice earlier that night, and everything was so chaotic and stressful in the back, and when we went out there and competed, just everything clicked. It was the first time we actually squared off in a match, and it's one of my favorite matches. Actually, it was a really, really good contest, and I actually got a lot of compliments from some people that I know that I've trained with, saying that it was one of their favorite matches too. And I mean, other than that match, there was the triple threat ACW heavyweight championship match that Prodigy had with Kindred and Sickened inside of the steel cage. And I remember being in the crowd watching with everybody else and just being, it captivated me. It held my attention, and I watched it as a fan, as most of us in this industry do. Sometimes we kind of watch it with a critical eye. We look for things that, not a lot of casual fans or people would watch for, but they really pulled me in.
So when you heard about the passing of Prodigy PTV, what was your thoughts?
I was devastated. Heartbroken, absolutely. It was on top of a lot of other things that were going on. It just didn't seem real. We knew that the accident happened. We were praying for him and thinking about him, hoping that he would make a recovery. And then when we heard the news, it didn't seem real. And then the gravity of it kind of came down on top of us, and it still doesn't feel real. We're almost waiting for him to just pop up at one of our shows and just say that it was a rib the whole time. It's just been really, it's surreal.
A lot of the wrestlers didn't really get to say goodbye to Reggie, so what would you like to say to Reggie if he was here right now?
We miss you, man. We love you. And everything that we do is dedicated to you. All of our success, all of our strife and stress, it all just seems so small and insignificant compared to the loss that we can feel when one of us is gone. And it just puts a lot of things in perspective. So we love you, man, and thank you for everything that you've done and everything that you continue to do for us after the fact.
That was Steve Diaz. I'm going to show you my memory of Prodigy. I remember Prodigy coming out with that music, the Welcome to Jam Rock, and then he would come out and he would scream, and it'd make you feel like you're intimidated by him, and then he'd wear his fluffy pants, and he just reminded me a lot like Mark Henry. What I liked about him, he worked hard, he fought real good, he was a local at Valor Pro ACW, and he was just one of the best in Maryland. Went to his funeral. It devastated me to see all the people around him come out and just showed support. And it was a very impactful message they gave out. So tonight, Red Lion Valor Pro Wrestling is going to give this show to Reggie Rivers. Rest in peace, Reggie. And also, I want to give out a thought about Roddy Piper yesterday. He passed away. Very shocking. Only 61 years old. Reggie was only 30 years old when he passed. I don't know what the world's coming to. What were your thoughts on Roddy Piper?
He was a legend, no doubt. We grew up watching Roddy Piper. You know, he was a trendsetter. If someone like Roddy Piper were to debut tomorrow, he'd be still ahead of his time. He just captivated audiences the way that nobody else has. And something that I saw online, actually, I can't take full credit for it, but even with Roddy Piper's passing, he still managed to steal the thunder away from Hulk Hogan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get an interview with him at Monster Mania in October coming up, but now it's going to wait until I pass. So this is part one of the Reggie Rivers Prodigy PTV / Roddy Piper tribute video. So more videos coming soon.